Welcome back to Where in the World Did September Go's DevLog! Woo! I don't actually intentionally change my voice when I do, like, tutorials and stuff, in case anyone was wondering. My voice kind of just goes super chipper when I'm happy and enjoying what I'm talking about and I'm not incredibly overtired. And I never noticed these were saved as JPEGs, so I have no idea why that is. Huh. Anyway, that is all for the fan art gallery thing. That's all I want to talk about anyway. I'm gonna actually show a little video sometime in the next couple weeks of the actual obtaining this. I'll show you the event, because it's not all that interesting. Yeah, you also get notified when you're in the menu for new arts. I'll show that off in a separate video. But yeah, you just get the arts and they get added, and it's great. I also have a setup to show pictures when you get them. So, like, the picture for the bromide kind of thing. It's nothing huge, just a little thing. As far as actual game progress goes, Eon's all mapped out. Eon Castle is all... I think it's all mapped out. And I've got this event and this event done. Probably in the next couple days I'll be proceeding to the stuff that's in the castle. And I don't have the Inn Tavern done. I say done, but I'd like to point out that when I say done, I mean for now. What I generally do is the stuff that I end up with is kind of what's there, and then around 3/4 through the game, I'll go back and revise stuff. There's no point in revising like anything now, and I've actually got a video that goes over workthrow tactics and tips and tricks that I want to do. It's all recorded. I just need to edit the thing. I know it's gonna take like 10 hours, so I haven't done it yet. But, it's sort of on the vein of don't do the beginning of the game first, which, just based on this, from my experience, I usually use the intro of the game as like a test. It's where I test out all the mechanics and stuff like that. That's why in like the inn here I have like 100 Akiras that are just sitting around. But for me, what I do is I'll like the intro of the game will be temporary, I guess. Like, in an ideal world, I'll have everything written out and make this part last, because it's the part that you want to impress the players with. Now, what I see a lot of people do is get kind of stuck in this trap where they keep going and redoing, like, the first part of their game over and over and over again. So they've got, like, 50 variations of their title sequence, but that's all of their game after, like, years. So to avoid that, what I do is whatever I make is done for now. And at the 3/4 mark, not at the very end, because I'm too dead and just want the game to be done at that point to go back and fix things, but at like the 3/4 stage, you go back and you revise things. Any of the important stuff that you still feel like it needs to be updated. Because at the end of the project, you know, say 4 years from now, I'm gonna be a lot better at knowing about my game, how to work my game, how to do things, and how to color things, a lot better than what I am now. Like, right now, I'm still working on the overall vibe of the game. It's a lot different from GM/EM, as far as tone goes. So I'm still working that out, and I definitely can see the places I need to improve. There's just no point in doing them right now, when I'll be better and more familiar with my game 4 years from now, or whatever. I don't actually feel like it would take 4 years to make this game. I've been going with 4 to 6, but that's mostly because I want to incorporate voice acting, which requires a lot of communication with a lot of different people and a lot of scheduling, so I don't want to do that. Anyway, I'm tired and rambling, so let's get back to the point. Speaking of voices, actually, I have been talking to some of my acquaintances that I've worked with for voicing different things before, and I think everyone I talk to has been willing to help me out. Now, that doesn't mean they will, but that means they've agreed to it. Now, I've got some preliminary stuff worked out with a couple people. The two that I can actually talk to in person and say, hey, get me lines, Valencia and Salia. But I'm definitely going to be kind of taking this slow and working things out. I'm only, at the moment, looking for voices for the, one-off characters for the most part. Just because they're not really... They're important, but it's like, if this one character doesn't have the most amazing acting in the world, it is not the end of the world. You know, like, it's also a lot less to demand, because when you're saying, oh, well, this is like a 60-hour game, hey, do voices for me, I would imagine that would scare some people off. So I've, with my acquaintances that I've been getting in contact with, I'm pretty much just setting them for one-off area characters. That would include, like, Bar, who shows up, like, a few times in the game, and, Lord Demon, because I know I totally sound like, what's his name? The dude from Lord of the Rings. Anyway, I'm having fun with these voices, because I know I'm gonna replace someone. Like, it's not a thing. You don't need to worry about that. Anyway, I'm gonna be posting some test recordings with, some of my peeps then. And actually, one of my other acquaintances who I was gonna have do the, extra characters in New Terra, his wife just had a baby, so I'm probably not gonna get him here anytime soon, and, fun stuff. There is one person, that I've had do voice work for me before, who has, like, the most amazing villain/anti-hero voice. I'm not even kidding, and just because I haven't actually gotten to record anything, I'm not going to tell you who he is just yet, but he just has the most perfect voice for one of my characters, and it's so perfect that I was talking to my brother about it, because, he talks to him more frequently than I do, so I was asking to see if he'd be interested, kind of thing, and he's like, oh yeah, so you want it for this character, right? And I'm like, yes! It's that perfect. 2 characters, technically, just because they're the same character, but they're not. Ugh, alternate world stuff. Fun! But he is totally open to doing this, and I'm so thrilled about that, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does with it. Unfortunately, this character doesn't show up till like halfway through the game, so we're gonna be waiting a while to hear that. But he's the one recurring character I've actually been, searching for and working with, just because I immediately thought this person and was like, I need to get him on board with this. It'd be great. So I really hope that all works out. As far as the protagonists go, I'm still not looking for any voices for them, because there are 13 of them, and that is a crap ton of lines, and that'd just be overwhelming for me personally to input all at once. So right now, I've mostly just been contacting people, seeing if they'd be interested in doing it, and going from there. On that note, I am so happy I put in that scratch track, you have no idea. It makes things super easy to just add things and not have to fumble around with naming things correctly, because I have these named in sequence. I hope this one is named in sequence. Just based on the cutscene, and just, like, it makes it really easy to add them in. And it's just, it's great, because all I have to do is open the voice clip, open the new section of voice clips, and then just copy them in. It's great. It's, like, the best thing I've ever done. No regrets. Because I would assume when you get a bunch of voice clips from people, you aren't gonna be, like, having all of them open and just putting them in the scene. This way I can just do them alphabetically and in sequence, and it's just so much easier to do that. As far as my self-voice acting characters, the only ones I'm gonna confirm on are Akira, since she has the most lines, and I would not wish that on anyone. And I would imagine trying to get that many lines from people would just murder me dead! And based on that, by extension, Kari and Kazumi, because plot reasons. I'll probably end up voicing any leftover characters as well, just because it's the convenientest thing to do. And I really want to voice Kachi, but I don't know. She's around Akira a lot in the plot, so I don't know. I can make them sound pretty much. I feel like pretty much is becoming the basically of this video. But she talks different. She has this kind of like jump in her voice, and I want that to come across for the most part of her lines. Like, Akira doesn't have that, so don't really mind them being together, but it is really hard to differentiate them sometimes, just because they do have similar overall sounding voices. This is my first time voice acting so many characters in a project. I'm still kind of working on it. It's not gonna be perfect, like, right off of the bat. This is also my first time doing, this much voice editing, like, for clips and audio leveling and adjusting. It's very new, so it's very much a learning experience for me. So I do know that all of the break times probably are going to get re-recorded, obviously with the new character voices from different people. But wow, I feel like I'm talking monotone. I've got to like put some energy into this. When I recorded them, I kind of have this thing where, you know, I'm blind, so I have to, like, be right up to my screen, and what ends up happening is I'm talking like this, and I'm talking without my pop filter on at the time, which was stupid, but I ended up being like this, and, like, progressively moving closer to my microphone. So, they ended up getting this, like, bounce off of my monitor, because it's just me, my mic, and then my monitor right across from it. So the lines for the characters that I know for sure that I'm probably gonna do, for sure probably, they make so much sense. They're gonna be revised, but I'm doing those as I go. I actually, hold on. Okay, so back to Checkfist, which again is my favorite site, which I totally feel like they should be, like, paying me to, you know, talk them up. I think it's under voice clips. I've categorized all of them for all of the scenes that they're kind of a part of. For the ones that I have, these are the ones that I have done, quote-unquote, or at least I have voice clips for. These... I think you guys will just have break times. How to say... Hold on, they'll have actual scenes. So this is how I'm doing these. I have them all listed out for all of the scenes and which things. So this way I'll be able to see really easily who I need, like, voice clips for what scenes. I can just go, oh, well, I haven't gotten this one for him yet. I need to get that. I think this will be the easiest way to categorize this. I'm also only inputting the scenes as I... I'm also only inputting the scenes as I go, because otherwise that'd be a lot of scenes to just no. Just no. But that way it's a lot easier for me to see what I need to do, what I have, and what I need to fix. Oh yeah, I also made a song. I'm not gonna show you quite yet. I really want to. This is it. But, it's sort of a battle theme based on 6D here. And it's not like a hypey battle theme, but it's a theme for Annika, because you fight her a couple times throughout the game. And I'm not sure if it's gonna be, like, the one battle theme for the entire... every time you battle her, or if it's just gonna be for one of them, I don't know. But it's what I got, and it feels to me incomplete still, that's why I don't want to show it off just yet. I might show it over to my Patreon, my Patreons, my patrons over on Patreon, since they get to see all my stuff as I kind of do it, or more or less, as much as I'm willing to share at the time. But, so, it's a work in progress. It's my first battle theme type thing that I've done, so it's something alright. At the very least, I think it fits Annika as a character, which is what I was kind of going for. Wow, my voice is shot. You know, I didn't think this would be a long episode. I thought I'd be able to pull it off in like 20 minutes, but I'm not actually sure what I'm at now. In any case, my voice is shot now, and it kind of hurts. So, I think I'm gonna call that a day. I feel like I was going to add to that, but I don't remember what I was gonna say now. So, videos will resume for this month. There'll be snippets. I do want to... I've got like 3 different scripts for videos that I want to write, in the vein of tips and tricks. A topic sort of thing. And I've got one of them recorded, like I said, but they're like 10-hour videos, and I don't like starting them and then leaving them for days when I have other things to do, so I've kind of been just waiting for a chunk of 10 hours where I can just do one of these videos, but I just haven't been able to. Things just want to keep coming up. So hopefully I'll get to those. Snippets will be a thing that'll be returning. I'm also going to show off that animation that I did. That's probably going to be revised. It's definitely a version 1 animation for the Annika cutscene. And some voice clips for voice testing for some of the other characters with other actors. So that's what's to come. Anyway, like I said, can't speak. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like, because that's what YouTubers say, and I'm a YouTuber! Woo! please take that in comedic jest. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been really happy being able to share this sort of process with you guys, because this is definitely not like a, wow, the game's almost done, I'm gonna share a trailer with you kind of thing. This is definitely a process sort of thing, and I thought it might be interesting just to see, you know, how things go and change throughout the process of making such a long game. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this, at least for the devlogs, because it's actually been really neat for me to kind of just, like, go through what I've done that month. It's been very interesting to see how much I can actually accomplish in a month. But now we are getting back to game design, and I'm very happy about that, because, oh my gosh, my eyes were so shot from drawing. Anyway, I'm just rambling now, so again, thank you for watching, love you all, and I'll see you later, gamers!